What I wanted to do for this video is get a little farm going. I wanted to build a pen where I can pen in some animals. I want to get sheep for wool. I want to get chickens for feathers, and I want to get cows for leather so that I can keep making books and bookshelves. So what I'm going to need for this is some wood so I can make posts for my fence. Let's get this oak out of here. Let's just work with oak right now. Craft. Gonna need these. And here we go. Oak fence. We need kind of a lot of these. 30 is not enough. But okay. It's a start. Where's a good place? Maybe over here. I had this thing. I like to put it below a hill so animals fall into it and then they can't get out. It makes it easier on me. So here looks like a decent place. Let's how about this? Square them in there. Oop. Oh, that's not going to be very... It's going to be pretty damn narrow. But you know what? It's a start. Hey, and then I had enough. I've had enough of this. Alright, now we got to build a gate. Pardon my English, we have to build a gate now. Oh, I just want to say you may have noticed this code up here at the top. When I accept situations as they are, not as I wish them to be, then I can begin to grow and have serenity and peace of mind. This is something that I tried to keep in mind today. Now, this is not something that's meant to minimize the problems that you have in life. I'm not trying to say, why don't you just choose to be happy? Because that's not what it's about. This is about recognizing the problems that you have and not trying to avoid them. It's kind of like playing the hand that you're dealt. I don't want to be, in a certain situation that I'm in, whether it's having to work from home or not be able to work as much as I want to or not be able to do the things that I want to. But if I get lost in a fantasy where I'm trying to imagine that these aren't my problems and hoping that they'll go away, then that's not going to serve me well, right? In the long run, it's going to hurt me more to be making behavioral decisions based on what I want reality to be as opposed to what reality actually is. See, there's the trick. And that's what that quote is all about. Don't try to fight necessarily the current situation that you're in so much. Well, I don't know. That kind of seems weird. I don't want to say don't try to improve your situation when your situation can be improved, but you shouldn't. Seeds? You want the seeds, dummy? Seeds, dummy. Come get them. Get your seeds. It's the situation I'm in right now. For instance, this chicken. Okay, well now he's doing it. But say this chicken didn't want to follow me. Rather than beat myself up and complain that the chicken's not following me, I have to recognize that my situation is the chicken's not following me when I want it to. So I can either try something else to get the chicken to follow me, or I can maybe go to another chicken or move on to some sheep or some cows or something. There was a time when I didn't know what my problem was. I couldn't do things. I couldn't get out of a slump. I couldn't hold down a job. And I was like, I thought the problem was just with me, and I could never make any progress because I would spend my time in fantasy, just trying to, get lost in video games or smoking a lot of weed. Just not doing the things that I needed to do because I wasn't thinking about why I'm in my current situation so much and what I can do to get out of it. I was just thinking that I'd wanted to be somewhere else and just being really sad that I couldn't. When I finally got around to not running away from my problems and thinking, why am I here? What's behind everything that's keeping me from doing what I want to do and being who I want to be? Uh, what I found out was, for me, at least in my situation, it was a case of arrested development. I was kind of stuck in a place where I couldn't take care of myself. Every problem that I had came down to that. I was not in a position to take care of myself, and that hurt my relationships with others. That hurt my ability to deal with things that needed to be dealt with. And, when I finally came to that conclusion, I was able to go, oh shit, well, these are the things that I need to do to fix that then. I need to put all of my resources into getting a stable job, because taking care of myself is the priority. And can't take care of myself if I can't pay for the things I need to pay for. So once I recognized that, I was able to just focus on, what I need to do. How did you get up here? Get down here and stay down here. Okay? Hey, you. Hey, you. Want this wheat? I know you want the wheat. Come here. Come get the wheat. Come get the wheat. So what's my problem right now? I just want to get out of the pen and not have the sheep get out of the pen. Isn't that crazy? I just started thinking about my problem and solution kind of presented itself and worked itself out. But anyway, this might mean something different to you. When you accept situations as they are, not as you wish them to be, then you can begin to grow and have serenity and peace of mind. It's also kind of like not fighting the current. Again, I don't want to say don't do what you need to do to fix your problems. Don't just lock yourself in a bad situation and think, fuck it, there's nothing I can do. But make sure you're doing productive things. Don't just, it's like quicksand, right? Don't struggle against the quicksand. You want to relax and lie on your back so that you can float to the top in certain situations. So that's what that means to me. And I know it's kind of late today. I kind of got really swamped at work and had to run to the other side of town and do stuff. So I haven't been able to come on here and bring you messages of positivity. But trying to squeeze it in. Again, Sharon's going to be home in 45 minutes. 45 minutes or so. So let's do some Minecrafting. We've already got a good start to our animal farm over here. Oh, little baby sheep. Come here, little baby sheep. You want to meet your mommy daddy over here? You want to meet your mommy daddy over here? Are you going to be the ones that survives? Actually, I'm just going to shear my sheep from now on. I'm not going to kill them anymore. It's good to... I guess, white wool... Oh my god, chicken... Come here. Stop it. Oh my god. You guys, you gotta cut this out. Chickens, no! Stop. There. Nice little farm community going here. Has anybody ever read Animal Farm? I have not, I have to confess. I have not read Animal Farm. Oh, so let me tell you about these fences here and how they keep in animals. Every mob in this game can jump 1 block in height. I can jump 1 block and make it up here. So can sheep, so can chickens, cows, pigs, anything, you name it. But although you can't tell by looking at them, these blocks that make up these fences are actually 1.5 blocks high. So you can't jump onto it. How do you do... Here we go. You see myself jumping. I can't clear the fence. Father, I cannot click the fence. See, can't go over it. It's 1.5. So that's why I like to build these on the bottoms of hills. So animals are playing around here, they wander in here, and then they can't get out because they can't jump out, and they don't know how to work a gate. But they are really good at waiting for me to open it and then immediately going out. So there you go. I also kind of like to have the gate be a different wood than the fences, so it's easy to see where it is. And I guess eventually I'll expand this or move it somewhere because that's a pretty tight little pen. Although all I really need now is some cows because I just need to have a steady source of leather for making my books because I'm a reader. You know, I like to do Rabdargab, I like to read a book, I like to do a report, and I like to get a buck, which doesn't amount to much these days, just a buck. But you can still get, what can you get for $1 these days? You can't even get a snack out of the vending machine for $1 anymore. It used to be, back in my day, $1 bill would get you, well, you could get into a dollar movie. Last time I went to see a dollar movie, it cost $1.50 to go see a movie. But it's a good deal if, you get to be in an air-conditioned building for hours at a time. It just costs you $1.50. And you get to see some shitty movies. But a shitty movie, when it only costs you $1.50 and it gets you out of the house and away from your roommate, that's not a bad movie. The sun is rising or setting? It's rising. It's early morning here in Here Today, Gone Tomorrowland. I call it Here Today, Gone Tomorrowland because I had a world that I was really happy with. I had some minecart tracks going from one end to the other. That was really helpful. And then I decided, let me try to do this ray tracing pack in Minecraft, and it sure enough, just like they said, it deleted my old worlds, so I lost those, and I couldn't even do ray tracing because I don't have a ray tracing graphics card, so I had to start over. But I don't mind starting over sometimes. It goes back to accepting the situation that I'm in rather than whine about the loss of my old world and make the best of the new one. Yeah, so just make the best of your current situation. Don't minimize your problems, but don't wallow in them either. Give yourself the tools you need to improve your situation and your life. Very rarely are you going to find anyone else to do that for you. And it's not always easy to do it. Depression especially makes it really tricky to do exactly the things that you need to do to fix your depression. For me, it took a really long time. My depression was the worst probably in 2010, and then again in about 2014, 2015. It was really rough. I couldn't do anything right. I'm not, right in Minecraft right now, I'm not doing anything fun. I'm just running around talking. I guess I'm looking for cows. Let's go back, let's head back to the old place. My depression. 2015, 2014. Things were bad. Didn't see any hope in sight, but, I kept living. Every day I answered yes to the question, would you like to keep going? And I never thought it would work, but it did. The revelation, obviously, that everything was coming from the fact that I couldn't take care of myself. I was in my 30s, still relying a good deal on my parents to help me. And that put me in a hierarchy, not just, within my family, but, within my circle of friends. I was like a child and they were like adults because they all had good jobs and they could take care of themselves and make their own decisions. And they had entirely different problems than me. Their problems seemed like I would give anything to have their problems. Like, oh, the line is too long at the store, or, oh, this return is taking a long time. I'm like, dude, I can't even afford to buy myself, like, a cheeseburger. You know what I mean? I was barely eating. Um, but then eventually, I was able to laser focus on just get a job. You know what I mean? Just do whatever you need to do, get whatever help you need to get a job, and really to believe in myself. I think some of the best advice I ever got was from a psychiatrist that told me to make decisions based on hope instead of decisions based on fear. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm making decisions based on fear, I'm not going to apply for this job because I don't think that I'm worth this job. And that's something that I am still kind of dealing with today is knowing my own worth and believing that I deserve good things like other people have. I see other people, they seem to have the attitude of I'm the best and I deserve to be treated well and I deserve to have these nice things, and to me that's just so weird to think like that, to think that I am someone who deserves nice things. If like, why should I have things better than anybody else? Like, I genuinely believe that I don't have that kind of worth. Since a kid, I was a kid. So I still kind of struggle with that, but it's something that I recognize now. I actually applied for a job a few months ago before the pandemic hit, and when I applied for it, I didn't even ask for barely more money than I'm making now, because I didn't think that I was worth it. And they offered me the job next day. And I was very well qualified for this job, even though I didn't believe that I was. And they called and offered it to me, and I thought about it, that it's not any more money than I'm making now, and it's really a lateral move in my career. It wouldn't have afforded me the ability to grow skills that I need to grow. So I turned it down, and that was scary. But I think I did the right thing, because they were a smaller company. I don't know how well set up they were to survive the pandemic, but the company I work for now is treating me really well. I can't complain. Obviously, I would like to be making more money because I was applying for other jobs, but I'm able to work from home during the pandemic, still get paid, and they're not rushing to open up the site before it's safe at all. They've definitely made safety a priority. They can afford to do that, and I dodged a bullet there. But I want to say that you should believe in yourself, and you should believe that you deserve good things and you deserve to be happy, just as much as anybody else does, regardless of how you feel about yourself, whether you think you're a piece of garbage or not. I can tell you, you're not a piece of garbage. You're worth you're worth giving yourself the gift of a good life. You're worth that. And I don't know who needs to hear that today, but it's true. It's true. You're here watching a Twitch stream. Thank you, by the way, to anybody who's watching this. I know I'm not a ninja or anything. I'm kind of still finding my style. I want to be a positive voice on Twitch. I've been through a lot of things in my life, and I've had to work on a lot of things, and I think that I've come a long way. And I know there are other people out there that struggle, and I know right now, especially, it's hard. And I want people to know that there's hope out there, and that you are worthy, and you do deserve good things. And but most of the time, you have to give yourself good things. You know how, like, you would go out of your way to do something nice for someone you love. Maybe you wouldn't normally wash a car. Let's see. Okay, gotta go. Work's calling. I hope you enjoyed this stream. See you later.